following program brought to you by the Grill Master. Welcome to the show, Backyard Grilling with the Grill Master. This is my backyard, and I am the Grill Master. Today's featured sponsor, Cargill Genuine Texas Beef. You know, I always say, well, it's, you know, some people say, well, they're your sponsors. You know, you're right. But I don't mind them being a sponsor because I truly believe in their product. They have great meat on all cuts. I'm telling you, you know, from hamburger meat to steaks to roast to everything, which is what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be doing a little bit of hamburger stuff. We're going to be doing something with our roast, and then we're going to be doing something with some steak. So I got some great recipes for you. So thank you for Cargill for being our feature sponsor today, Genuine Texas Beef. You know, so what we're going to start off with is with our hamburger. And what I've gotten here is a couple of packages of ground hamburger meat. I'm just going to put it in here in our big bowl, and first thing we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of salt and pepper. So we'll season this. I don't put too much because there's a lot of flavor that's going to go in here. Make a big mess here. There we go. Anyway, it'll all get mixed up in there. And then our coarse ground black pepper. And then I'm just going to open this jar, put some in there. Just kind of get that in there and get it going. Now, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take one egg and we're going to slightly beat it. Just a little bit. Like that. Put it in there. One thing I did, had my grill going. What I did, I took some serrano peppers and I roasted them, and then all you have to do is just, if you want, you can just kind of, you know, take a little bit of this skin off here if you'd like, just a little bit. Now you can put as many as you want in there. If you want more, if you want less, doesn't matter. But what we're going to do is we're going to peel these a little bit, and then we're going to cut them up roughly. And we're going to put them in our meat here. So if you want your guests to get a big bite of that serrano, you make large pieces. If you don't want them to be surprised, then you can cut it into real small pieces. Of course, you can add or subtract peppers, like I said. This is about 3.5–4 pounds of hamburger meat. So, like I said, I'm putting five serrano peppers in there, and they're not very large. They're probably a medium size. Again, just roast them real quick on your grill, and then we'll get that skin off as best you can. You don't have to be perfect, but so we have our serranos cut up, and we've got them putting our hamburger meat there. Now I'm going to take some onion, just regular white onion, and I'm going to just cut it up. Chop it up, not too fine, just, you don't want it too chunky either, so you know what I'm talking about. Just get it chopped up, and probably cut a little bit more. That's about a quarter of a cup or so. But we'll add this in there. Then we're gonna add a quarter of a cup of steak sauce. Now you can use whatever steak sauce you'd like. I'm gonna use A1. You can use High 27 or whatever your suitable steak sauce is for you. It doesn't matter. But we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna put about a quarter of a cup of this in there. Then we're gonna take a teaspoon of hot sauce. Cholula's is my brand. Take about a teaspoon, tablespoon, whatever you. Now these are gonna be spicy, I promise you. I know because I know the recipe. But you don't have to. I'm gonna take about just a pinch of this oregano, dried oregano. And we're going to take a teaspoon of this Worcestershire sauce. And then we're going to take about a teaspoon of this garlic salt. Now we're going to kind of mix these ingredients up a little bit with this meat. Not too much. Then we're going to take about a quarter of a cup of Fritos and we're going to crush them. Just get them all crushed up. Just regular Fritos, whatever brand you want. We've got Food Club, we've got Frito-Lay, whatever. Just get them all crushed up real good. Now we're going to put these in here. Then we're going to get it all mixed up just like that. Now once we get this all mixed up really well, then all we have left to do is just to make our meat patties and throw them on the grill and get them to cooking. Alright, our next recipe, our burgers are getting done over there on the grill. The next recipe, something I started earlier, is I took a roast. I just cut it in some good chunks and it's been cooking for a while and you can tell it's just falling apart. You just take your forks and you just pull it apart there however you want to. I mean, just get it all shredded, because that's what we're looking for, is a shredded beef. And the reason we want that is because now another thing is we're gonna make a sauce and we're gonna cook that sauce a little bit. And then once we get that sauce done, we're going to take this shredded beef and put it back in that sauce and let it cook, so it'll cook the flavors into the meat there. Although the meat's already cooked, we're going to leave it on the fire just for a little bit. And you can do it on the grill. I know I said grill. You can do it on the grill if you want. Like I said, that's how I do things sometimes. That's why I love my Dutch ovens, because you can put them on the fire and it ain't gonna hurt nothing. So we're gonna get this meat shredded up, and then we're gonna go over here and to our burner, and we're gonna make our sauce. Alright, so I have my saucepan here, and what I'm gonna do is I got 2 tablespoons of butter melting in here. Then I'm gonna take I took a whole onion and I've cut it up, chopped it up. I'm gonna put it in here. Then I took 3 cloves of garlic, chopped it up. I'm gonna put it in there, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna saute that. Put my spoon here. Butter's melted. There we go. So I turned it up. Oop, that's a piece of meat. Ain't gonna hurt nothing. So we'll saute these onions and garlic. Like I said, it was a whole onion and 3 cloves of garlic. And let them saute. And then once they're sauteed, we're gonna take 3 tablespoons of white distilled vinegar. Now I'm going to take this whole bottle of Cholula hot sauce and put it in there. And then I'm going to take this water here, I'm going to put it in my bottle, and I'm going to shake it up, fill that bottle up with water. Shake it up and put it in there also. And then we're going to take a couple of tablespoons of brown sugar. We're going to take a teaspoon of this mustard powder. Then we're going to take about 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Then we're going to take a pinch of cayenne pepper. Then we're going to put some salt and pepper in there to kind of season it. And then once we get this cooked, we're going to get our, because I cooked that roast in my Dutch oven. So I'm going to take that Dutch oven, put that meat back in there, and then I'm going to put the sauce that I'm making back into that with that meat and get it all mixed up. We'll put it on heat here so that that meat can cook in, or that the sauce can cook into that meat and give it all that full flavor. Alright, so there's the onion, the garlic, the sauteed. Now we're going to take 3 tablespoons of white distilled vinegar. Then, like I said, I'm going to take this whole bottle of Cholula hot sauce and pour it in there. And I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I know I'll figure out a way. Just put water in there and get it shook up and get that in there also. That opening on that bottle is pretty small. There's nothing to, that's just the way it is. But that's okay. Gives a little bit of time for it to cook in with those onions and that garlic. So this bottle here is about 12 ounces. So you can get any hot sauce that you like, chili sauce that you want to use, it's your preference, that's fine. You know, as long as it's about 12 ounces, like I said, that's what this is here. It's 12 ounce bottle. And so we'll just get a little bit of water in there. So we got our bottle all rinsed up, got to put back in there. Now we're going to take 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. 1. There's 2. And then we're going to take 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. There's 1. There's 2. And then we're going to take a teaspoon of mustard powder. That much right there. Then we're going to take a pinch of this cayenne pepper. Got about that much. And then we're going to season it with some salt. There you go, just in case. Put a little bit of coarse ground black pepper. Then we're going to stir this up here, and we're going to let it cook just for a little bit. And once it cooks, it's going to cook and it's going to be kind of thick. That's what we're looking for, just a kind of a thick sauce. So once we get that, like I said, then we're going to take our meat, we're going to put it back in our Dutch oven, then we're going to put this in there with it. Alright, the next thing we're going to do now, what I did already is I got a couple of ribeye steaks. They're just little 3/4 inch, you know, ribeyes, and I've got them on the grill cooking. All I did was I just put some salt and pepper on them, and that's it. That's usually the way I season mine anyway. It's just salt and pepper. But anyway, here we have about 8 ounces of mushroom, And you can cut them up however you'd like. You can just slice them up like this, or you can cut them up some more, however you want. I like it just kind of like this, where they're flat and just thin, just like that. And all this here, what we're gonna do is here in a minute also, I'm gonna get this red bell pepper here, and I'm gonna slice it real thin. Then we're gonna make this sauce to go on top of our steaks. And another thing I did earlier was I took some bacon, farmland bacon, and fried it up into strips. I didn't cut it up; it's in a strip, and I saved that grease. Once I cooked that bacon, I saved that grease. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a couple of tablespoons of butter to that bacon grease, and then we're going to put these mushrooms in there and this red bell pepper sliced thinly. We're going to put it on there also. And then we're going to add a little Dijon mustard and some Worcestershire sauce, and we're going to cook that. And then once the steaks are done, we're going to take this sauce and just put it over them with some of that bacon. So it's very flavorful. Another thing you can do is you can take this Montreal steak seasoning, Grill Mates, and put it on your steak if you want. Like I said, my preference, I just put some salt and pepper. So, but it doesn't matter either way. You can do it. It's not going to hurt it. Just get a little bit more flavor, I guess, with that Montreal seasoning. And I think that's about good right there. We'll do with that. Now we'll just take this red bell pepper, and we're gonna slice it real thin. And the thinner you slice this, the easier it'll cook, the faster it'll cook. So the smaller it gets when it cooks. So it's just whatever your preference is. Whatever you're used to doing, however you're used to doing it, that's fine. But get these out of the way. Alright, so now we're going to go over here to our burner. Okay, so we got our bacon grease here on our saucepan, and I added 2 tablespoons of butter. Now, whoosh, woo, lucky. And I'm going to take a 1/4 teaspoon of this Worcestershire sauce, something like that, and 3/4 of a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. Something like that. Okay, I'm gonna mix these here. Give it a little swirl. Then we're gonna take those mushrooms and the red bell pepper. We're gonna put it in there and let them saute. Roll away mushroom. Get these mixed up. Get that bacon grease and butter all over these veggies here. That's it. Now we're gonna let this cook just for a little bit. Let them saute, and then we're gonna I'm gonna go check my steaks. I know my burgers are done. I'm gonna check my beef in the Dutch oven. I bet they're not gonna be much longer. So we'll get that taken care of. Before you know it, we'll be ready to go. I'm gonna give it just a little bit more fire here. Yeah. All right, like I said earlier, I cooked my strips of bacon. My steaks are done. Get this bacon, just put it on there, and on each steak, just cover that steak up. You know, if you want to put just one strip, if you want to put just 2 strips, whatever. Then here's our bell pepper and mushroom sauteed in our bacon grease and butter. We'll just put it on top, just like that. Some of these mushrooms in there. I like my mushrooms. Just like that. Then we're going to take some crumpled blue cheese. Just put a little bit on top, just like that. Mira. Wow, like my mom would say. Mira, mijo. Wow. Well, there you have it, folks. What a great way to end the show with all this food. I tell you what, I'm so excited. You know, our burgers with our Fritos, our crushed Fritos, our Serrano, our roasted Serranos, and I tell you what, I'm really excited about that. Of course, our steaks came out really well. Got our bacon, have our sauteed red pepper and mushrooms with some blue cheese on top, and of course our shredded beef with our sauce in it. And I tell you what, it can't beat it. I tell you what, I appreciate Cargill being our featured sponsor today for Genuine Texas beef. This is the only way to go. Of course, Farmland, we did our bacon with Farmland bacon. Another great sponsor of the show. We have Pilgrim's Chicken, we have the Family United, and then we also have Market Street 502 right here on 50th in Indiana where I work. They've been a great supporter of the show. I keep reiterating that, but it's so true, you know, because of all these people that this show can go on for the fans. And also we have the Gillespie family over there with All Seasons Property Care. You know, I know winter's here, but before you know it, you know, you need to start spraying your yards for your herbicides, you know, pre-emergence and all that good stuff. So, you know, call the professionals. They can do that. Of course, we have Jared down here at Flint Hat Company. I tell you what, I've had a lot of compliments on this hat, and I really appreciate Jared. He did a great job, and I've truly enjoyed it. Also, we have Scott Phillips at Cactus Creek Firewood. You know, he doesn't let me down. He's always got good firewood for me. You know, mesquite, I like dry, dead mesquite, and he really comes through for me all the time, whether I'm catering. It's another thing I want to mention, that I do cater. I don't do big venues, but I do cater. You can always get in contact with me and ask me. I always, you know, you can come see me down there at Market Street on Saturdays when I work there. But you know, you can. I tell you what, I can't say enough to thank yous, and of course, I want to keep. You know, this is a new year. It's a new beginning. You know, I'm excited. I'm excited. It's been going really great. We're already into our 3rd year. It's really crazy, but got some new things coming up. Again, I'm working on my grill, and hopefully I can get that set up and we can get it out here and you can check it out and see what you think. Maybe you might want to order one for your backyard. So I'll tell you what, Evan, my videographer, director / editor / everything else, I'll tell you what, man, he does a great job. You know, KOBK, Michelle Walls out there, great job. Appreciate all they do. So again, don't forget, check out our Facebook page, Backyard Grilling with the Grill Master. Go on there, like our page. Don't forget our YouTube channel. We got plenty of videos out there. We got short videos, we got full length TV show videos. It's really great. I appreciate all y'all going by there and checking it out, you know. And so don't forget, I don't know what to say, but I'm gonna try this little shredded beef sauce shenanigan that I made here. Mira. And that's what my dad would say. Mira. Listo. Backyard Grilling with the Grill Master, brought to you by these proud sponsors.